Thank you for buying our product.
Nerd alert. Nerd alert.
Okay, so a little sneak peek on something I'm going to do a unboxing video is a Hoya variable density 3-400 filter. Why do I get a 82mm variable density filter? Because they cost $200 and you only want to buy one of these once. So you get step-up rings. So this is a B+W 77 to 82mm adapter ring you can pick up from B&H. Love B&H in New York. I lived in New York for 5 years, so big fan of B&H. So I have my 77mm 17 to 40 L, and I've got my little step-up ring. There we go. They do make filter wrenches if you ever get these stuck on your lenses. Don't run this under tap water and tap on it with a hammer. All right, I've got the 17 to 40 and the B+W 77 to 82mm adapter. And it's got the pincher cap in the middle instead of trying to pinch these on the corner, because if I'm coming down through a lens hood, it's easier to grab this. But this only operates kind of on one side, so the other side makes a bit of an effort to get into the job, but the one side's doing most of the work. So that's what $1.50 buys you. Let's do a unboxing of the Hoya variable density 3-400 filter, 82mm. She'll open the top here. Comes in a nice big petri dish. Am I supposed to take a magazine in the men's room and fill this up before I leave? Take this off. Here's the Hoya 82mm neutral density filter. Variable neutral density filter. Variable means these two halves turn independent of each other. Oh, look at that. Magic. So we got a filter in a case. Let's put that filter on our camera. There we go. And just a little of a micro glitch there. So I have on this 17 to 40 a 77mm B+W UV filter. I know. If you use your lens hood, kids, you probably don't have to put a UV filter on. I just have one on because she's brand new and I want to protect her a little bit. It's a lens condom. Then we have the 77 to 82mm B+W adapter that I got on B&H. I want to say that was like $20. And then the Hoya variable neutral density filter on the end. And finally, for the icing on the cake, the $1.50 82mm lens cap. I just realized there's no threads in my variable neutral density filter. I pretty much have to walk around with this puppy sitting on the end here. I need the hood on bad. So as I showed you guys downstairs, I have a 77mm UV filter on the front of this 17 to 40. Canon actually, somewhere in their documentation, supposedly said that that completely weather seals this lens. As you might know, there's no reason to have a UV filter on a digital camera. You don't have to block out UV rays. For these type of lenses. It does add a little bit of protection at the cost of sometimes seeing flare in your shots or reflections, or sometimes actually the cheap filters can actually cause your autofocus to miss its mark by a few millimeters. So I like to have one for my good lenses if I go to a beach or something like that, or it's going to be in wet weather. So this is normally the 77mm lens cap for this lens. I thought this Hoya variable neutral density filter was going to have threads on both sides of it, so I had gone and picked up a 82mm lens cap and an inexpensive 82mm tulip lens hood. But neither of these will fit now when this neutral density is on, so that means it's exposed to taking damage. Not really happy about that, and something to know, I don't know if the other neutral density have threads on them or not, but it just means I'm going to have to really baby this one. So here's a 58mm to 82mm step-up ring on the front of my 50mm 1.4. You only want to buy one of these variable neutral density filters, so you want to get the biggest one at 82mm. This is a CA Vision or CAV Vision adapter ring. It was relatively inexpensive. And I've got the variable neutral density on now, and you can see kind of how that looks. So I like this one from Hoya. I haven't had a chance to go out and shoot with it yet, but I am kind of disappointed that it doesn't have threads. This has been Damien, your host of DSLRnerd.com.
Turn out the lights.
The party's over. Are you still here? It's over. Go home.